Suicide. R.I.P. to her.
All right. Next up, we had the NFL draft this past weekend.
Yeah.
I mean, it was normal except for
Shedeur
Sanders.
The draft was so fucking boring. Shedeur made it pop. Him not getting drafted made that motherfucker
Shedeur
pop.
Sanders comes in the 5th round to the Cleveland Browns.
They got 4 other quarterbacks.
I feel like that.
Well, one of them, the nasty man ain't coming back.
Who?
Deshaun Watson.
The nasty man.
Call that nigga the nasty man.
Hey man, listen. I'm gonna tell you what though.
He tore his Achilles.
Listen,
he's like 30-something years old.
Listen,
he
bro.
ain't coming back this year.
I don't. Karma's a bad motherfucker. I ain't gonna say he was deliberately trying to hurt motherfuckers.
No. The bad part is the Cleveland fans cheered, dog. Remember the Cleveland fans cheered?
Like,
Dude, you had an Achilles
crazy.
injury that made
And they was cheering.
But I knew they wasn't shit. Just because they cheered when he first got there. It was like, fuck them hoes. I'm like, damn. People had signs that said fuck them hoes and all kinds of shit. I'm like, wait a minute, y'all. Come on, Browns fans. Come on, Browns fans.
I don't know who to hold more accountable for the headache that is the black cloud over them is the money he was guaranteed because that contract is crazy.
He's the highest paid quarterback of all time.
Contract is crazy.
We got to get back to Shedeur, guys.
No, I'm just saying, but like, or him or the organization for giving, whatever the case may be. But like,
the organization, definitely.
They traded for him too.
Yeah,
go ahead.
But like Shedeur Sanders though. I think
he's in a perfect situation if he play it right.
Yeah, I think the situation behind him though is like.
Let's talk about the draft part first before we get to the situation.
Oh, did y'all see there's a lawsuit coming from the kid that did y'all see the prank?
I thought that was like
it was a guy that
I thought that was his brother.
The GM's son.
For the
I thought that was his brother that did that. I thought
it was his son. It was a son. Like, so let's say you're the GM and your son come in the room. You have all the numbers of every player. He wrote it down and then waited and then pranked them.
That's crazy, man. That's fucked up.
Did he call from like a Google Voice number or something? It was like an unread.
It made it and masked it as an Atlanta number so we can think of like, oh shit, it's the Falcons. It's 678.
The thing they were putting. I mean, the draft was the draft. I'm gonna be honest with when it comes to the NFL draft. I don't really watch it thoroughly like that to know. You know what I'm saying? Unless it's like a lot of. Jam about it. Obviously, Shedeur Sanders was the main name on it. Now, whether they because apparently this nigga was just quote unquote. I ain't gonna say quote unquote. I'm gonna say like sources are saying right from those NFL guys that the answers he was giving in these interviews.
They said he was being an asshole.
Was a little extra. Yeah. But then also people are saying the ties to his father is what people were being hesitant on. And I don't think that's fair.
He's gonna have to prove. He just
I'm saying, but like you got to prove yourself. But this is probably the best way to do it because it's sink or swim. I mean, let's just be honest. He's not hurting for no money. I'm not in his pockets, but the nigga does drive a motherfucking Rolls Royce.
He wanted to play football.
Like he wanted to play football.
He wanted to play football.
This is the way to show it. And I think also if I'm a GM, what I saw somebody say on Facebook was that there's nothing. Everything in the game with this. If I'm a GM, I'm not spending a lot of money on your contract. Yeah, because you got to prove that shit. And that shit probably be locked in for like maybe 2-3 years.
I think you got 3 years.
So let's say Shedeur Sanders balls out. Cool, nigga. You got to do that shit for 2 more years. We got to talk about paying your ass, and you already got bread. So it's kind of like a match made in heaven.
He'll force a trade. I think.
Okay, so let me. Okay,
go ahead.
There have been brash and cocky and subpar white quarterbacks that we
Johnny
did not.
Manziel?
You know where I was going.
Eli Manning situation.
Manziel goes like, fuck it, let's go to Vegas tonight. I got a game tomorrow. Don't worry.
You
about
know I was going to Manziel.
He said he's like literally I had a game the night before. Me and my boys went to Vegas the night before my game.
No, and he got drafted. And
in the top 10.
Manziel won a Heisman, didn't he?
Yeah, he had Heisman.
So yes, he did win a Heisman.
I mean, he did go crazy in college. I ain't gonna say he was no scrub.
But he's 5'10".
Yeah. I mean,
if you go,
the tape shows that motherfucker was
5'10", 100,
and he was lighting LSU up.
So let me say this:
and Alabama,
fuck Alabama,
and he had Mike Evans.
Fuck LSU too.
He had a 6'7" fucking receiver.
But anyway,
come on, that helps.
We were extra critical of Colorado. And talking about their wins and losses. I've never been critical of Shedeur or Travis Hunter or any of the talent. The guys that they had, the stallions they had were killers. And they just didn't have no line. Yeah. If you put a line there, they would have won way more games. For what they did, and you won the bet, for what they did.
Yeah, with 9-3?
For what they did with no line.
Put some money on that.
You know, you could have been in Vegas. You would have got paid.
I would have got paid. Do you understand?
Got to believe in yourself, man.
Damn, man.
For what they did with no line, I thought he would at least be a late first round, early second round pick. I didn't think he was going top 10. I didn't believe it.
I didn't see him slipping the fifth though.
Fifth round is crazy. Yeah. And if it's because of his dad, to try to, I was on the side that they was trying to humble him. I'm gonna be real. Like, this seems like, I ain't gonna say it was collusion, but this just seems real. It's real funky to me, man.
When I saw Tyler Shuck come out,
dog, motherfuckers getting drafted I ain't never heard of.
Dart was cool at Ole Miss, but he wasn't that like.
I started seeing niggas I ain't never heard of. I said, who is this?
And I was like, damn, Jalen Milroe. Damn.
But I'm telling you, after
Alabama standards.
After that, let's say mid-second round, I'm sure teams is like, you know what? If we do draft Shedeur, because he ain't getting drafted now, because how they broke it down was your quarterback is in the first, your starting quarterback franchise person is in the first round, right? Second round, you're looking for the backup.
Yep.
You ain't get picked second round, so shit, we just go fill our roster of what we need, and whatever's left. Yeah, they even
if he's still there, he's still there.
They said because last year's draft had 6 quarterbacks in the first round. They said the next quarterback class is pretty dope too. So people like, dude, I ain't gonna draft no quarterback. I'm gonna do it next year.
They even show the room of the Cleveland Browns when they draft. You know, usually everybody, yeah, we did it, high five and shit. They was just like, Shedeur Sanders, yeah.
It's the fifth, but by the fifth round. Hey dog, you don't play fantasy basketball or football or nothing. By the time you get to them late rounds, bro,
give me who you got.
Who we got?
You just like, all right, who's the highest rated player left on there? Give him to me.
Let me go and get another kick in there.
But it also goes to
He's
say,
the highest rated player left.
But it also goes to say everything that people prep for and talk about with these mock drafts and shit is thrown out the window because it's like. They always go back.
What's the kid from Alabama that didn't get drafted at all? Isaiah Moss. He left Alabama, transferred to Texas. He's supposed to be in the top 10 pick last year at Alabama. Transferred to Texas, did not get drafted at all. Undrafted.
But I mean,
but again, like when you
that draft portal is a gift and a curse. Yeah. If you leave a top program and go somewhere,
he went to another top program.
But then he produced there.
He clowned. I thought he didn't do bad.
That's almost clown. Now the thing is, none of us, at least me, maybe y'all can speak for yourself. I don't watch them combines like that.
Nah.
But I'm wondering if some of these cats went to the combine and they ain't running as fast as you think they were.
And that's the other piece, right? When you
supposed to be running a 4.3, you running a 4.5. But you like, hold on.
Fifth round is crazy. I stand on
like
that.
Isaiah Moss. Like what?
But when you pull back the onion, and you start to talk about like arrogance versus action. Right, that's where you start to find. Okay, well,
he played.
I don't want to say every. I don't.
Shedeur balled out, man.
I don't think he deserved. If we're going off the tape, I don't think he deserved to fall to the fifth round.
No, I don't.
I don't know where the fuck you would place him. I didn't watch Miami enough to know what Cam Ward was doing, other than he was not doing shit at his first college or the first school that
because he went
somewhere first. And didn't do shit.
Then he went to somewhere. Then Washington
because he was a transfer.
Yeah, so he transferred 3 times.
He was a success story to show when you transfer the right program. But the thing about it is, it's like when you start to peel back the onion of business move. We ain't got to. We got
to get to know some shorts or something, a shirt, something. Peel back the onion. That's Dosia's.
That's what I said. Peel back the onion.
We got to get you some merch. Coming soon.
But like when you know what I'm saying, when you start to do that. And you start to compare the two. It's like, all right. So
he went to Incarnate Word.
We ain't got to pay him.
Cam Ward was at a Division I AA school.
Incarnate Word.
FCS.
But that's what I'm saying though. Like if you looking at the tape, then the tape don't mean shit. Okay, because if tape means shit, all that shit y'all talking about don't mean nothing. Because if a motherfucker got a cannon on his ass and can throw from the 10-yard line to the touchdown with a minute left to win y'all the game, you not gonna give nan fucks about it. Hence Johnny Manziel. They knew about what the fuck was going on with him. Hell, not Tim Tebow. Who the motherfucker that's the quarterback for the Buccaneers?
Tebow.
Who the quarterback for the Buccaneers? The white boy.
Baker Mayfield.
He
another motherfucker.
Like running from police on an actual campus, getting tased. He still wins a Heisman.
And he talks a lot of shit too.
Right?
Yeah.
So like you can't.
Now Baker has gotten a lot. He's gotten more humble.
He has.
He has gotten more humble.
But like if you put his story. next to Shedeur's. Shedeur played the role right.
Shedeur has
Outside-
never been arrested.
Yeah.
No scandals.
Outside.
Yes, he wore gold chains and he'll look cocky. He's Deion Sanders' son.
And I think that bravado.
He's Deion's son.
I think that bravado was the one that kind of picked it up when they talk about like, oh, what about Peyton? I said you can't do that because
Archie
Manning wasn't that individual like a Deion. Deion was I'm prime, like I'm him.
No, wait,
that
motherfucker said my son ain't gonna play here.
No, I know, but it
telling people that.
Yeah, but it hit different from somebody.
He said he told the team like he's like, why you in interview with us? Y'all ain't gonna be. I'm gonna be off the board before y'all get there anyway.
That's some cocky shit right there, man.
That's true.
Yeah,
but hey, I'm gonna say this.
Think about it.
White folks love a cocky white man, bro. That's how Trump got elected. They love a cocky white man.
But that's what Deion said though. Deion said
but Archie did the same shit.
Okay.
Well, only reason I give Archie a little bit more credence. Archie was a quarterback. He already got Peyton through. It was like, look here, I was dope. He was dope. Like, give me the third one on this one. Because they threw Peyton to Indianapolis when they sucked, and Peyton had to go through some woes.
The Giants wasn't all that fucking great when he got there.
But he was rather had him be in New York than being in San Diego. At that time,
San Diego's a beautiful city, by the way.
But see, also, and I ain't go jump into the particulates, but let's not act like that Giants team wasn't fucking loaded. Like
later on,
not when he first got there.
During that second,
only thing they had was Strahan.
During that second ring run.
No, but he had been there hellas before they got to that. We talking about when he first got drafted.
In 04 or whatever.
It took him a while to get a ring. Yeah. It wasn't he got there and they won 2 years later type shit. Like
their defense was killing before they just stopped.
So y'all think Shedeur was able to do it in Cleveland? I think he becomes.
They got Joe Flacco. Doc, he's fifth. Doc, he's the fifth quarterback.
Well, Nasty Man will be there.
I know, but I'm saying on the depth chart.
I call this man Nasty Man.
He's not gonna play. He got a detour in his Achilles. He's not playing season.
No team gets all the way to 5. Typically, is what I'm saying. It takes a bunch of. So let's say he's the 4th. Yep. Nobody gets to the 4th. Typically.
I mean, the thing about it is,
cut or trade somebody.
It's gonna be stay ready. Like
Flacco's not going nowhere.
Like from this point,
yeah.
From this point, it's stay ready. And what that's going.
They can't afford to cut. I mean, to let Nasty Man go.
From this point is stay ready. What that look like for Shedeur? You showing up early. You showing up on shape. You showing up in shape. You showing up knowing your playbook. Even if you don't get the fucking starter playbook, you watching, knowing what the fuck got going on right there.
I agree.
You telling the motherfucking starting quarterback and the backup quarterback because you like, nah, I want to see what's going on.
You talking to your offensive coordinator.
Yeah, like
you in all the film sessions.
You force yourself.
He got to be Willie Beeman, like in remember that was the thing. He was like I fell out to the 5th, 6th pick in the round in the draft because people thought I wasn't.
And you force yourself.
No, you got to be in all the film sessions.
You force yourself, and the thing about it is,
I want to tell him to tuck his chain. He might want to tuck that chain for a little bit.
Don't even wear it.
What does suck is like you gonna have the shadow of your dad over your shoulder.
They play different positions though, so
that's why I gave Archie more credence for what he did.
The one thing Shedeur got is that he's not playing cornerback. Now, if he was cornerback,
shallow,
yeah,
he playing with the Bucks. He got a good deal though. Yeah, that ain't bad.
Sometimes that free agent thing, if you late in the draft, don't even draft me. Let me I can sign who I want to sign with.
Yeah. So no, I'm gonna be real. If he was even anything defense, being Deion's son, that would be LeBron Bronny type of situation where you expect this motherfucker to come in and be just as cold as his dad. But that's two separate skill sets. So I'm hoping.
Wasn't that good. I mean, Charlotte wasn't that.
He was average. Beat a lot,
huh?
He was getting beat a lot.
He was getting his ass.
We're not gonna do that.
Hold on. Hey, no. Funny part is. So remember the dude that from Stanford? What was his name that you was talking about? That ball on that had like 400 yards.
They kept doing the same play over and over again.
Yeah. Hey, he got drafted in the 3rd round. I saw his.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
And they kept. Hey, all they was showing was the Colorado.
See, that's it. That's the tape. That's my take, nigga. I went for how many yards?
400 yards. And that was in one half.
In one game.
They ran the same play. I was so mad. This when y'all got on me when I was like, no, this Deion fault. I'm like, fuck that. He the head coach. Fuck what the defensive coordinator do.
Deep out.
That shit crazy, bro. Like,
oh, that game pissed me off.
That basically made their season. Their season fell off the rails. After
that is the game where I was like, I need Deion to do better.
They won that game, right?
No, they lost in overtime.
They lost in overtime. That's what it was. No, not JSU.
Stanford beat Colorado that game. When he balled out,
it was Stanford.
Okay, it was
I know what game you talking about when they was playing their rivals,
Colorado State,
and they kept doing.
That was Colorado State that they had.
No, Stanford is the dude that balled out.
Then who the fuck?
No, Colorado State balled. He balled out too. They threw the same thing repeatedly.
I'm about to say it was some motherfucker from Colorado State that was
they did the same play over and over again. I'm like, these niggas aren't even trying. They playing Madden right now.
I know one thing.
If you just put in Stanford wide receiver, it pops up against Colorado.
Yeah, that's his big game.
So he had 13 catches for 294 yards and 3 touchdowns.
So almost 3.
The other thing about it, is for Deion now, like the light's also going to be on him because now for the first time in a long time, you do not have your kids with you. So now. Right,
I think he can be freer now. Actually.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I'm not
because now if a quarterback not doing what they
now, but now going off what you said,
because his son should have got benched after he gave up on them yards.
Shiloh.
Yeah.
but now
he wasn't gonna bench his son.
But now it's gonna be a matter of okay. What's gonna happen now when you know what I'm saying? You got to coach up somebody that ain't been with you since birth. You got to coach up somebody.
He coached up other players.
Yeah, he coached up other. Travis Hunter.
But he's had his son as
Horn. What was the brother Horn?
But he's had his son as the quarterback.
You talking about that quarterback?
You see what I'm saying? Like that's
they got the number 1 ranked quarterback and freshman quarterback.
I get it, but there's also NIL. You just said transfer portal, so that motherfucker have one bad game. Fuck Coach Prime. I'm going to Michigan. Like that's just how it works. And this NIL deal.
Nobody wants to go to fucking Michigan.
Crazy,
by the
dog.
way, fuck Michigan.
Yeah, fuck Michigan. I can say they clean now.
I can't get down Michigan while they got Steve.
Step and fetch it.
Yeah. Step and fetch it. Yes.
Their coach, man.
He did personally. It's just his stilo just gives me step and fetch.
That man cried too hard.
Because the nigga was in the hotel, and then it was funny because you could see the Hilton there. He's like, he's over there at that Hilton, and it's like,
yeah, like that boy was in a coma or some shit.
He had a suite right over. Like
I did it for you, coach. I did it for you.
The best game next year is going to be Ohio State versus Michigan. That's going to be the
you
last.
Think so?
That's going to be the last 2 champions facing each other. And we go whoop their ass. And we go plant the. Well, are we at their house?
Yep.
Hold on.
Yep.
We at their house, right?
Yeah.
Plant that fucking flag.
We're not gonna plant that
fucking flag.
We're a classy.
You can't do it no more. They say like you
can't.
That was a whole week full of just like niggas trying to plant that motherfucking flag. Like, I'm gonna get this shit off. Niggas was fighting all
Ohio State,
and I ain't gonna let you get this shit off.
You ain't get that shit off, nigga.
Ohio State is a classy organization.
You don't think Texas at Ohio State's not gonna be a big game too?
It is.
Our Super Bowl is Michigan.
Right, but I'm talking about like you said, like the biggest game of the year, like period in general.
Nah, the last two champions, bro. Michigan was the last champion.
Ohio State's gonna be crazy though to start the season out.
That's fine.
We got the ass already.
Listen, we'll be fine. We'll be fine.
Fuck Texas. I eat steaks, nigga.
Is this the horns?
Yeah.
I eat steaks.
Fuck them horns.
Fuck them horns, nigga. Put gravy, nigga. Sauteed onions and butter, nigga.
Somebody else is a little bit wild. Kanye West.
I ain't got shit to say. Daryl owed me a check for this, so I need y'all to start supporting the watching. You know what I'm saying? If you like what you see, you know what I'm saying, mess with us. Scroll up, see what you like. He'll have the subjects listed. But yeah, Daryl, cut my check.